there was once a rabbi, and this rabbi was a very, very, very devoted teacher. Like, he wouldn't miss nothing for, like, this is in Israel. No matter what happened, he was always there, always teaching, very, very, very devoted to his profession and to his job. And that's why the principal one time was walking, and he saw that the rabbi left in the middle of class, ran to the office to make a phone call, and then ran back afterwards. And the principal, I mean, that's perfectly fine. The rabbi's allowed to do whatever he wants. But this rabbi never did it before in his entire career, and bothered him, the principal. So he goes over to the rabbi afterwards, and he says, I don't understand. He says, I've never seen you do anything. He says, and I saw you run so fast out of the classroom, then you ran right back in. He says, why did you leave in the middle of class? Something that you've never done before. So the rabbi, his name is Rabbi Stern, he goes and he says, when I left my house this morning, he says, he goes and explains, he says, he's making a wedding for one of his children, and they needed extra money, so they went to a gemach, to a free loan society, and to get a loan for money for the wedding. And he took a few $1,000s for that, and he put it in his pocket, in his old suit pocket in his closet. And as he was leaving the house, he overheard his wife, say, I'm going to get rid of all the clothing, all the old clothing that we have, all your old suits, and give away to, spring cleaning. So he goes and he says, as I was in the middle of class, I remembered that the money was in my old suit. And I was like, oh my gosh. He says that could be, so I ran out, I called my wife, and he heard the conversation. The rabbi heard the conversation. The conversation was the rabbi, the principal heard the rabbi says, did you already clean out the closet? And the wife says, yeah. Says, did the garbage man already take out the garbage? And she's like, yeah. And he's like, thank you. And he's like, okay, no, thank you. And he hangs up and he goes right back into the class. So the principal says, but the money is in your thing. He's like, yeah. He says, what are we supposed to do? He says, this rabbi didn't even sweat a little bit, didn't even break, didn't even tell his wife what happened. Just went right back into the class. So the guy was like, he's like, dude. He didn't say dude, but he said dude. He says, how did you do that? How did you get the strength? How did you get the strength and the ability to be able to not even blow up, not even to say anything? Why are you throwing out all my suits? People, would get. He says, nothing, not even a little bit. So the rabbi says, when I was when I was a young man in yeshiva, he says that my rabbi came and told me, he says that in life we're faced with many tests, with many nisyonis, with many tastes. And he says the purpose for which we are placed on this earth are for those tests. Don't mess up those purposes. And when this happened, the first thing that came to mind was that. He says, this is all a test, and this is one of the reasons that I'm here in this world. This is what I'm going to get angry for. What am I going to get upset about? You think it's going to make any difference? He says, it's not going to help anything. He went and he says, there's nothing. He went right back into the class without skipping a beat and continuing listening. Even though